Hidden in a small village in a serene mountain town in Italy lies a mansion now abandoned but once filled with history, life, and love. This grand estate belonged to Mr. Sallon Ferrari, who even had rather close roots to Enzo Ferrari, the world-famous founder of the car brand Ferrari. Sallon was a man of many talents and passions, starting his career as an accountant, but found himself stepping into the shoes of leadership when his father retired as the mayor of their town. Against all odds, he won the hearts of the people and won the election, becoming the new mayor for many years. But Sallon's relentless spirit craved new challenges, and in the later chapters of his life, he pursued a new dream, becoming a dentist, a profession that brought him fulfillment until his final days. Through it all, he had the unwavering support of his loving wife, with whom he raised many children inside, filling it with joy and cherished memories. However, on a quiet morning in 1987, Sallon passed away at the age of 90, leaving behind a legacy that touched many lives. His family, overwhelmed with grief, immediately departed from their estate, never to return again, leaving everything behind. Come along as we venture inside and piece together a small part of Mr. Sallon Ferrari's life.
Alright explorers, here we are, right by the front doors. I couldn't find a better place to start this video, and I gotta say, every inch of this place is absolutely amazing. First off, if we look at the ceilings, the beautiful murals, the beautiful architecture all around, and we could even see right up top in the middle that there used to be some sort of light hanging down from there. Wow, and we have the big double wooden doors with old-fashioned latch to lock it. And to the right and left, we have quotes, I suppose, just hand-painted. I'm not sure what they say because these are in Italian, and a lot of the architecture is painted on. For example, these pillars right here, these are just painted on. And when you first walk in, you go down these 5 steps, and here we are at a little lounge area. We have a couch, a few pieces of furniture, and yet another quote over here. As you can see, this place has been abandoned for quite some time. There is a lot of decay happening. The wall is just completely peeling off. And as we go through this little corridor to the back of the house, there's just rain droplets completely falling down, and it's just creating tons of puddles. And so from my knowledge, this area is not too cool. We just have an entrance right there to the backyard. And as we go along, we have this room directly on the right with the stairs down to the basement. We'll go down there at the end of the video. But I mean, it's just a basic room. A lot of stuff just thrown about in a mess. I love this mold growing over here though. Looks very cool. But yeah, as we keep going, we have a beautiful skylight up top. Old plant that used to be here hanging up, but now it's just dead. And all the walls are just kind of turning green because of all of the moisture that's getting in here. That's insane to think about. And this right here is the backyard of this house, just completely overgrown and taken over by nature. Very crazy. You could tell no one has been here in a long time. But as we continue moving along, this is where things get good. This is the main corridor to this place, and it branches out to rooms on the left and the right. And at the end over there, we have the staircase up to the 2nd floor. But I mean, the ceiling just continues throughout the whole floor. It's beautiful. And of course, we have the imprints for the lights, once upon a time. And these beautiful windows on the side, which give gorgeous natural lighting. And now they're all decayed, and spiderweb is growing all over them. This place is the definition of frozen in time. We also have this cabinet right here on the left. It is empty, but I'm sure back in the day, a lot of fancy stuff would have been stored there. As we continue on the right side, we have paintings still on the walls. And even if we look closely, this rosary is still here. So it's pretty evident that these people were religious. A lot of the people here in Europe, especially Italy, are very religious. So we're gonna see that a lot. Right here, we just have a vacuum, and then this shelf with a few pots and other things like that too. And then directly across from that, we have these double blue doors with some old writing above right there on the glass. And these doors lead up to this old living room, I'd say, as well. I mean, everything's left behind. We have a couch right over here, a lot of old magazines and whatnot. And take a look at the wallpaper. It's beautiful. Even up top, an area for a light, once upon a time. Whoa, terracotta fireplace. Seems like this place had central heating. And as we move back to the hallway, we are approaching the stairs and this beautiful library room right on the left. But first, let's take a look around. We have a beautiful head statue right up top. It seems like some birds have made a few nests there. And then directly to the right, we have this lion statue right here. Whoa. And an old spear. It's so mind-boggling, the things that are left here. And I'm sure they're worth a lot of money too. So we do have this beautiful room right here on the left, but I do want to check out what is going on in this hallway right here beforehand. We have some beautiful wooden ceilings above, old-fashioned light bulbs too. And this leads right up to that little living room we saw before. A lot of papers on the ground too. And then here we go. What a beautiful but decayed room at the same time. Take a look at the wall just completely falling off. So is the ceiling, but I mean the design on it is just so stunning. We have some kind of crown moldings there as well, with a lot of spider webs all over. And this fireplace right here made out of marble, and another stove right here too. It seems like this was some sort of library back in the day. I'm sure a lot of books could have been stacked up here on every shelf, and it would have looked pretty amazing. But now it's just completely barren and falling apart, as you can see right here. And then as we keep moving along, it seems like we have 7-foot doorways right here, not too tall. And that leads directly into this room right here. I'm not sure what this would have been, but we do have some stuff that looks to be from a hospital. And so they definitely had some medical things going on in here. Very strange, very outdated for sure too. Even right here in this cupboard, there's a lot of old medicine and old bottles. I'm not sure what this says, but if any of you guys know Italian, definitely let me know. It's just sinking into the ground kind of. And look at the walls again. This place is not going to be staying for too much longer. Another look at the windows too. Once bringing beautiful natural light, just overtaken completely. A lot of medical files right here. And then through this small doorway, we just have a pretty cramped room, maybe for storage. It seems like they have a lot of newspapers and other books and whatnot. And then a balcony leading right outside. But here we have it. Through this doorway, we have arguably the best room in this entire mansion. And just as we walk inside, I am in awe. This place is the definition of frozen in time. Everything is still left where it was. So it seems like this room doubled as a library and a dining room. We have a big central table, very old wooden furniture with a beautiful chandelier right up top. And right here we have all the books. They're very old too. They're all yellowed and they're kind of being eaten through. There's a lot of mold on them as well. We even have a candle right here. I'm sure that would have been lit back in the day, maybe during the meals at the table. And then we have 2 symmetrical windows for some beautiful natural lighting, and they are of course being taken over by spiders. We even have this pillar right over here. And so back in the day, I'm sure they could have had a beautiful statue up here. And then we got a gorgeous couch with some footrests right over here and a table with what seems to be a place to put cigarettes right over there. You can kind of see the ash. And then right by the other window, we have a old chair and this vase right on the pillar. And then in addition, we have a beautiful fireplace with some great moldings all around it and some decorative items right up top too. But it seems like they did burn real wood in here. You can see some old wood, some old charcoal, and then even these tools to stoke the fire. As we keep walking along, we have another chair, another vase on this pillar, and then the piano. What a beautiful grand piano. And you could just think in your head, you can go back in time and imagine how this place would have been like when it was active. One of the servants playing piano, and the main family could just eat. Right here, we even have a candle holder for some lighting. It's definitely very old piano, and take a look at the dust on this hat. This has been here for a long time. This seems to be a family member that used to live here. Very old-fashioned black and white portrait with even some handwritten notes. If any of you guys know Italian, definitely translate this. That would be pretty wild to know what all this says, but right here we have the signature. And then we have two doorways. The one on the right leads out to a balcony, and the one on the left goes to this room right here. It is very trash. There's a lot of stuff on the floor, and that's mainly because of all the cats and wild animals that are getting in because of this wide open doorway right over here. It seemed to have very nice ceilings back in the day, but they're just completely peeling off. And of course the brick framework is the only thing left standing. Definitely some old library storage room though. There's a lot of papers, a lot of books, and we have a desk right here. But without further ado, let's walk through these beautiful double doors that lead to the library, make a left turn, and see the upstairs of this beautiful palace. Again, passing by the line right here and the beautiful spear. And let's go up the steps. We seem to have another type of quote right here, and then right below it, another pillar and vase. And then for the flooring, we just have some basic stone, nothing too special. But this is just such a beautiful view. Going up, we have some railings on the right and left, just made of wood. And note that the architecture keeps going, even as you go up the stairs. Look at the designs used in this. And the window up here gives such beautiful lighting, especially with all the cobwebs on it. Wow. And now we have a choice. We can either go to the left or we can go to the right. The right seems to be quite a few bedrooms and whatnot. And so let's go to this room real quick and see what's here before we move on. Another very, very decayed room. That seems to have been a living room just based on the furniture. We have the couch, a few chairs as well, and a fireplace right here in this corner. I'm sure this house was built way back in the day before any type of heating, and so they had fireplaces in almost every room to keep warm. And look at all the vegetation growing in. Wow, and it's letting in the elements for sure. You could see a lot of the decay that's happening because these doors were left open. But it definitely looks really cool. And as we move out of this room, we have a small doorway, maybe 6 foot tall doorway. I have to kind of duck down as I go about this. And this is the kitchen. We're over here, of course, with all the food and everything still left behind. It kind of has a funky smell in here because of that. But it's just such an old-fashioned kitchen. So many old tools. We even have this drawer filled with syringes. I'm not sure why. Very strange. A lot of old dusty pots and pans right here still on the counters too. And if we open up the cabinets, we can see that all of the plates and everything is still here. And right here we have the table with some more stuff. Wow. An olive oil container. And of course more cabinets. This one has a lot of olive oil. Directly across from that we have the sink. They would do their dishes and whatnot. And a old dryer system. Place everything here to dry. What a beautiful kitchen. This is where the decay really starts to pick up though. Look at the ceiling, just completely falling apart. Wow, holy decay. I wonder where this hallway is gonna lead up to. Very curious about it. Maybe some bedrooms? I can already see one all the way over there, completely frozen in time. But before we move on there, we have to check out these rooms. So we have this old bathroom right here. A lot of good natural lighting coming in through that window. And we have some blinds as well. So you can cover that if you like. The medicine cabinet is still filled with a lot of old stuff. I think this is a toothbrush. Wow. Yeah, definitely a lot of old-fashioned things. Even the soap is still here right by the sink. And then this old bathtub, very small. And then of course we have the bidet and toilet combo that goes along with it. Let's see what we got next. Directly to the right at first just seems to be some closet area. But as we actually keep looking, we have two rooms of some sort. This one was definitely used for storage. I don't think it was a bedroom because there's no bed. But we have this very old wooden dresser, old clothes hangers as well. And there's a lot of shirts and jackets just thrown around the floor. These rooms right here are pretty dark. There's no really natural lighting coming in. It seems like someone took out the bed frame that was here. So we just have some old mattresses and then a chair just in that corner with some beautiful ceilings as well. It seems like there could have been a beautiful chandelier up top. And then this all leads up to the main corridor of the second floor where we have this small guest bedroom right over here. Of course, nothing special. We just have the bed frame, a few clothes just thrown out and about. Very old-fashioned looking for sure. A lot of moths and bugs have kind of eaten through them. And directly to the right, we have what used to be a beautiful source of lighting. This was just all windows. And even on the walls, we have some religious figures right here. Picture of Jesus still hang on the wall. And let's go through these big double doors right here. We even have some old latches right here and a old-fashioned keyhole too. Let's venture on to the main hallway of the second floor. Very beautiful ceilings. And then we have this doorway on the left that leads to where we were before with the kitchen and the bedrooms. And then directly across, we have arguably one of the master bedrooms of this home. And this one is still set up from the day that they left. I don't think no animals have been in here. We still have the shoes of the tenants still sitting here. Old chair. And right here we have the bed. It's a very small bed, but the bed frame is very beautiful itself. We've now some emblems right there. And then right here, maybe a picture of the owner that used to stay here. And then we have some books left right here too. It seems like a Bible that's still left open. And then this room kind of has a beautiful view of the Italian countryside where this house is located in. And we have a gorgeous patio right over here too. And then through this old wooden door, we have definitely the master bedroom. Wow, this is mind-blowing. Definitely a very big bed, kind of double bed frame. It seems like they were put together to make one giant one. And right below, we have a very old jacket. A lot of cobwebs and everything is starting to grow all over it. But this really takes you back in time. We still have the purse hanging up, a few clothes as well. It looks like they just got up and left. It's not the biggest bedroom, but it definitely holds a lot of value in it. Right here, we even have the drawers still stocked up. We have some old yellow newspapers and other boxes and whatnot still inside. And then to the right, this massive door that leads into this room. Let's see where it goes. But here we have it. We have yet another bedroom, the third one, it seems like, so far. This one has two single beds and a dresser right in the middle too. And let's go in this room. Right here by the window, we have a little desk area. Definitely for some nice studies with some gorgeous natural lighting. An old wooden chair too. And this room just seems to be kind of like a big closet. A lot of old dressers circling this room with just clothes all inside. Right here we have another stove for heating. No fireplace. See the fire marks. And look at the designs used in this. Definitely hand carved. And right above the doorway, we have some stained glass, kind of in the shape of an octagon. And this leads right to the main area of the second floor. That right there is where the stairs lead. And we just have a table and chair combo. Right over here, some old cigarette butts and syringe stuff. And then this small window area that leads into a storage room right here. I'm sure a lot of stuff could have been stored in these shelves. And directly to the right, there's even a sink right here. I'm not sure if this was a fountain or a sink, but definitely would have been gorgeous back in the day. Now there's just some old clothes and newspapers just stuffed inside here. So now let's just go back down the stairs because we do still have the basement to check out, which I'm really excited for. Right here we have another view of the main corridor. We didn't see this before. Definitely looks very, very cool still. This view never gets old. And then of course, like we promised, here we go downstairs. We have to walk through a lot of old rubble to get to it. Doesn't look really safe. We have to watch our step for sure, but I'm very excited to see what's down in the basement. I'm kind of nervous about stepping on these old wooden steps right here. Wow, yeah, that is not safe at all. But I just went for it, went down the stairs. They're very unsafe, but we made it down here. It seems to be an old wine cellar. This is the first thing we see. There's a lot of old dust just completely covering them. The ceilings are pretty interesting as well. And definitely the colors of it too. Old hook for a chandelier up there back in the day. And then we have some natural lighting here from this gorgeous window. Arguably, you could say this is the first floor because this doesn't really go underground, but I think it's the basement. And then we have this walkway over here that leads to this hallway with two doors, one on the right, one on the left. This one is nothing special, just a small little room. And then all the way at the end, we have a very cobwebbed window with a lot of stuff still on the windowsill. But let's definitely keep going. This is the second room. This one is nothing special. A lot of extra stuff on this windowsill. And there's even an old faucet right over here to maybe wash your hands. All right guys, but we're ending off the video right here in the beautiful library of this abandoned mansion. And I just can't believe we're actually here and we actually were able to see this beautiful property. And I hope you guys liked it as much as I did. So if you want to see more of this, which will be coming out soon, please like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.